Okay, staying fit isn't at the top of most cruise passengers' priorities. But I'm a former professional athlete and I'm a current professional eater, so I need to close my rings, whether I'm on land or on the water. Every machine in the gym, every food option, and a couple of easy fitness hacks. Here, ladies and gentlemen, you go. It is pretty easy to keep trim on Arcadia. Whilst it's now adults only, it's more the saga meaning of adults only than, Virgin Voyages, so the average Arcadia passenger is more likely to be crushed by a puzzle book than a barbell. And the gym is unusually busy if there are more than, say, 2 or 3 people in there at once, including the staff. It's a great big gym for a ship of this size. Arcadia was built back when cruising was still a bit fancy, and before every inch of space needed to bring in cash. There's a decent lineup of techno gym cardio kit, including Deep Breath, 11 treadmills, 4 traditional cross trainers, 2 exercise bikes, 2 recumbent bikes, 2 vario cross trainers, a hand bike, a rower, and 9 spin bikes. The spin bikes are a bit old and shabby, but I can't imagine they use that much on here, and everything else is modern, well maintained, good as new. Resistance machines at Techno Gym 2, you've got a leg press, a leg curl, a leg extension, a total ab machine, also good for practicing being at Alton Towers, a lat pull down, a seated row, a chest press, a shoulder press. Here's a bit of kit for thighs, bums and tums, and a bit of a surprise, but some benches and free weights. Nothing that'll trouble Magnus Samuelsson, but enough for most people if you keep the reps high. Every gym needs some scales, especially on a ship where most of us gain weight daily. These human-sized ones are for the start of the cruise, and I assume these cattle-sized ones are for the end. A small studio space in the middle where presumably the free early and late stretching and hard selling classes happen. I was really pleased with the gym. It's a far weaker gym than a proper gym, but far better than most hotel gyms and a step above a lot of older cruise ship gyms. I was on Queen Victoria shortly before Arcadia, and this gym is definitely better. There are changing rooms, but I just walked back to my cabin for a shower. And there is no extra charge for access to the sauna and the steam room. I didn't get a video to show you because there was always people saunaing or steam roomering. If you prefer to get your exercise in with a bit of sport, then another of Arcadia's abandoned areas will be right up your street. Here's some golf driving nets that haven't been used since Tiger Woods was someone you could look up to. Here's a multi-sports court with kit for basketball, football, and at first I thought pickleball, but I doubt this has been updated since that phenomena started, so probably, dwarf tennis? You aren't going to get a game up here with anyone unless you bring them with you. So if you travel solo, then you're going to have to, play with yourself. If you're one of those people that likes to lie to themselves about what exercise actually is, then there's also plenty of shuffleboard arenas for you to play on, and quoits stadiums. Let's be honest, calling shuffleboard or quoits a sport, and therefore exercise, is like calling darts players athletes. Now, a little known fact is that cruise calories go in a lot faster than they go out. So, when I'm on a ship, as well as a proper workout in the gym, I like to do a 5k and laps of the prom deck every day. On Arcadia, 2 laps is 1 kilometre, so 10 will close your rings, and it's a pleasant way to spend 45 minutes or so, especially on a sea day. Arcadia's got a proper prom deck, wooden surface, wraps all the way around the ship, and tall people can bang their heads on the lifeboat just like God intended. Smokers are a bit of an issue, and potentially very small women with very fast legs. See my main Arcadia review for more details. But pick your moments, and while the rest of the passengers are having a snack between, brunch and pre-lunch, and you'll be able to knock a dessert or a Neptune burger off your daily intake. Another thing that I always do on ships is take the stairs. For a start, people are absolute beasts when it comes to manners and cruise ship lifts. It's a simple way to burn off a few extra biscuits, and realistically, on most ships, by the time you've waited for a lift that you can actually get into, you'll have fallen asleep. It's often faster to get up and down the old-fashioned way. I do make a half an exception for ships which, like Arcadia, have glass lifts that look out to sea. I will ride them from the bottom to the top and then straight down again, and because there's no net deck gain, I think that's fair enough. Healthy eating does require a bit more discipline on Arcadia than a more fitness forward ship like Scarlet Lady, or a ship with some hipster eateries like Queen Anne, or any celebrity ship. Arcadia launched in 2004. By modern standards, the dining room options are caveman hilarious. There's the main dining room, a burger and fry spot near the pool, a steakhouse, an Indian restaurant, and the buffet. The main dining room has a pretty traditional menu, so it's largely a case of just being careful with carbs and puddings. A burger place is a burger place. These were at least decent quality and not greasy, and you can always bin the bread. I mean, I didn't, but you can. The Ocean Grill Steakhouse can be okay if you only eat the meat and choose plain vegetables, but it sort of makes the visit pointless if you don't have any sauces or famous Marco Pierre white triple cooked chips. I'm not a fan of Indian food, so I didn't even consider Sindhu for myself, but a quick look at the menu reveals that too would be a bit of a waste of a pay extra meal if you're going healthy. So either skip speciality dining or do a few extra reps on your next session. If you're really dedicated to healthy eating, then the buffet is going to be your best bet on Arcadia. I generally avoid the buffet on a ship throughout the day, but occasionally, by which I mean every single night, I will nip by for a midnight snack. But at breakfast, the omelette station is great. There's always loads of fresh fruits and yogurts, and if you're careful, then at lunch and dinner you can fill up on lean meats and fish, clean veg, and the salad station is really good. Loads of variety, super fresh and crispy, and not just the usual limp lettuce and tired looking cucumber. P&O have done the decent thing and eliminated the need to resist puddings up here by making them all gelatinous and disgusting, and by buying in scones from the corner shop and using "I can't believe it's not cheap aerosol, what the hell is this crap?" instead of cream for afternoon tea. If you do like to zip up to top deck for midnight macaroni, muffins, meatballs, then straight after is a great time to hit prom deck. Bash out a few more laps. My favourite time on any ship is around 1 AM when there's no one around and no land in sight, just looking out at the wake. I assume I look like quite the lunatic, but that helps dissuade anyone from doing chatting right on me and disturbing my peace. If you haven't seen them yet, then take a look at my full Arcadia review, or 10 things I love versus 10 things I hated. If you have, well, watch them again, it doesn't cost you anything. Another cruise tube, same time next week. Staying fit and eating healthy on Arcadia. Done.